How would you get a job earning more than you do now? Here's how. You could work hard as a carpenter, start a building company, you could go to uni, join a bank, a law firm or a political party. Kevin Rudd earns more now than he did as a diplomat, and Rudd's in the lodge because of his membership of a political party. In Adelaide, we've had parliaments briefed to the brim with law firm refugees, members of political parties who are or have been ministers of the Crown with their own car and driver. You know many practising lawyers with their own chauffeur. Government boards are boarded by people who are or have been members of political parties, and they're appointed by people who are members of political parties. Beats working as a carpenter. A controversial appointment was that of Paul McMahon, who, in a $200,000 a year job on the Industrial Relations Commission, earns more now than he did as an assistant trade union secretary. That's when he went on a taxpayer-funded trip to China with Treasurer Kevin Foley. 18 months earlier, the government had removed 3 industrial relations commissioners, including the widely regarded Peter Hampton. Government said then that the state didn't need those jobs. 3 deep breaths and McMahon is appointed. Labor insiders say that Foley lobbied for the McMahon appointment. Even a union official describes it as a job for mates. Other commissioners had fixed-term contracts. Under legislative changes, McMahon has the job for the rest of his working life. The Independent Weekly knows that there's been a police anti-corruption inquiry after concerns, public and private. We know that the inquiry found no evidence on which to proceed, and it is not proceeding. We do not suggest what it couldn't find. McMahon may be a fine Industrial Relations Commissioner. It's just that sometimes there may be a public perception to satisfy. We know that Chris Kourakis worked for Attorney General Michael Atkinson without fee in a defamation case and was later appointed Solicitor General and eventually became a judge of the Supreme Court. There is absolutely no issue with his competence or standing. But in some people's minds, having once done a favour for the Attorney General, you might disqualify yourself for later judicial appointment. Tomorrow we'll look at the membership of government boards and how much they get paid, which is more than a carpenter, but then the most famous carpenter of all had no time for riches.